Hello, everybody, and this is Leela ma'am. I'm going to be doing a revision video on Unit 2, which is basically the kinds of sentences. Okay, so I hope you watched Unit 1, the sentence. And this is really the very basics of grammar, you know. I mean, you should know the rules of grammar and English grammar because it's going to help you a lot when you go to the higher classes. Because once your base or your grammar base is really strong, you will find grammar not difficult as you jump from class to class, you know. So watch these videos, understand the lesson, and you'll find that grammar is not difficult at all if you understand it. Okay, so today's video is Unit 2, sentences, basically the kinds of sentences there are. Okay, so listen to me very, very carefully when I'm teaching you, understand the different terms that I use, and once you understand, you can make sentences of your own. And each time you read from a book or from anything you read, you'll be able to see exactly each sentence and what kinds of sentences they are, because you're going to be such an expert at it, right? So let's start off with the presentation. Okay, so here we go. And here here's the set of slides. This is a very colorful slide, and actually the blue that you see there, that lovely turquoise blue, is one of my favorite colors. My favorite colors are black, you know, for what clothes I wear. I even like white. And then I'm very fond of this blue, which is basically turquoise blue. Then I love maroon, deep red, sea green, and I like purple also, royal purple. These are my favorite colors. And I like creating these videos with really bright colors, and I especially had fun, testing the transparency of pictures and changing the transparency because, you know, I'm really quite new to this, but because it's something new, I really enjoy learning how to do stuff. And now coming on YouTube, it's fun, and because it's something new and it's fun, and I'm filled and fired up with imagination and enthusiasm, so I'm really enjoying myself. Okay, so now we're going to start off explaining the kinds of sentences. Okay, so now what you've learned in the previous video, Unit 1, the sentence, was what a sentence is, and there are certain rules to which describe a sentence perfectly. So the first one, you know, is a sentence is a group of words which make complete sense or express a complete thought. The second rule for a sentence is that it always starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. And the third rule is that it has a subject and a verb in it. Okay, so you must remember these three rules. And what is a group of words which do not make complete sense, do not start with a capital letter or end with a full stop, and either they have a subject but no verb, or a verb with no subject, and sometimes no subject and no verb. These are phrases. All right. So now we're going to learn about sentences and the different kinds of sentences there are. Now, there are 4 different kinds of sentences. Okay, so now let's go to the next slide. So, depending on what a sentence does, okay, what kind of an impression it creates, based on that, there are 4 different kinds of sentences. So, now, when we normally talk to each other, okay, we're having a conversation, you're having a conversation with your best friend, with your mom, or with your sister, or with anybody, basically, we talk in sentences which basically give information. Okay, so when we're just generally talking, like, you know, today's a lovely day, it's bright and sunny, or yesterday it was very cold, or for example, India won the match against Pakistan, or let's say Brazil won the match against Germany, football match. You're just basically exchanging information to each other about different things. Basically, just talking, giving information to each other. So, those sentences which you use, which just basically gives information, which gives a kind of fact. See, like even you take Proverbs, for example: honesty is the best policy. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Health is wealth. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Okay, so a stitch in time saves nine. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now, all these are proverbs, okay, and they're basically like statements of fact, okay, and these sort of sentences which give information, or are statements of facts. For example, the earth is round. The earth revolves around the sun. The earth rotates on its own axis. Okay, the sun sets in the west, the sun rises in the east. There are 7 days in a week. These are facts. Okay, so facts, proverbs, anytime you give information to anybody, these are called declarative sentences. Declarative sentences. Okay, so these sentences usually start, always, sorry, sentence, right? They start with a capital letter, but they end with a full stop. You've heard that sentences end with a full stop, but in different kinds of sentences, the sentences have different endings depending on the different kinds of sentence, on the kind of sentence it is. So in the case of a declarative sentence, the sentence will always end with a full stop. So let's see examples. So for example, okay, my father lives in Germany. You're giving information to a friend maybe about where your father lives. Your father lives in Germany. Okay. The children are playing outside. Information. Yeah. Children are playing outside. Full stop. I have many cousins. Okay. You're giving information. Okay. About the amount of cousins you have. You have many. Okay. The sun sets in the west is a statement of fact. Everybody knows that. There is no electricity today. Information to somebody. Okay. It is my sister's birthday. Information. Nobody knew it was your sister's birthday till you told them. You gave information, right? End, full stop. Declarative sentences end with a full stop, right? Now, here's some more examples. As usual, let me just mute my phone. Otherwise, it's going to go on and on and on, and it disturbs me. So I'll just put that off. All right. So there are 7 days in a week. Statement of fact. Declarative sentence, full stop. It rained heavily today. You're talking to somebody on the phone, maybe to your aunt or your uncle, or maybe your mom is gone on a trip to another city. You want to give her more information. You say it's raining heavily. Information. My uncle travels a lot. Information again, full stop. The thief stole all the gold jewelry. Something happened in your neighborhood. Your neighbor's house was robbed and all the jewelry was stolen. You want to tell your friend. Information you're giving your friend. Okay? So, ends with a full stop. It is 7 a.m. Information. Somebody doesn't have their phone with them. There's no clock. You're giving them information. It's 7 a.m. You better come quickly. We're all waiting for you. She gave me a birthday present. Proudly told to one of your friends. Okay, about somebody who gave you a birthday present. She gave me a birthday present. Information, children, always ends with a full stop, and these kinds of sentences are called declarative sentences. Okay, so now let's go to another type of question, sentence. All right, now this, the more curious you are, okay, you tend to ask these type of questions more than usually. Okay, you always want to know what's going on. So you're not giving information in such a case. You're asking for information because your brain wants to be filled up with all this information, with all these ideas, with all these things. You just want to know more and more and more and more because you're so thirsty for knowledge, so thirsty for knowledge. You're desperate for information. You want more and more and more. Okay, so what do you do in this case? You ask a question. You always ask a question. Okay, and these sort of sentences where you're asking a question, they end with a question mark. And these type of sentences are called interrogative sentences. An interrogation is another word for questioning somebody. Okay, the thieves were interrogated by the police. They had an interrogation of the criminals to find out who was the mastermind. So interrogation is basically asking questions, and interrogative sentence is when you ask for information, and these sort of sentences end with a question mark. All right? So all sentences do not have to end with a full stop. Depending on the kind of sentences, the punctuation mark at the end of the sentence differs or changes. Okay, and these are interrogative sentences. So some examples as usual of interrogative sentences. Okay, how are you? You're asking somebody how they are. Are they fine? Are they good? Are they happy? Are they feeling well? Are they sick? Are they sad? Are they depressed? Are they excited? How are you is a normal question you ask to find out information about somebody. So you ask for information, asking a question. The sentence ends with a question mark, and it is an interrogative question. Okay, please children, don't make mistakes about the spellings, like interrogative, INTERROGATIVE, declarative, DECLARATIVE. Okay, please constantly go over your spellings, so you can win any spelling bee, or you can grade at spellings. Okay, when is your birthday? When is your birthday? You don't know. You've known, let's say, Asha for such a long time, but you don't know when she was born. You want to know her birthday. Okay, did you finish your homework? Did you finish your homework? You better finish it, otherwise you're going to get into a lot of trouble. How many months are there in a year? You'd think somebody would know that, but how many months are there in a year? Do you like pizza? I like pizza, but maybe you don't. Maybe you like burgers. Maybe you like rice. You like biryani. Maybe you just like having salad. Who knows? So I'm trying to get information from you. Do you like pizza? Okay. What is your name? Oh my God, my memory is so bad. What is your name again? Question mark. Why did you go home? I was waiting for you at the cinema theater. I saw you enter and then you disappeared. Where did you go? Why did you go home? Okay. You made me wait and then I missed out the beginning of the movie. Where is my notebook? Who has an extra pen? Mine is leaking so badly. Okay, I need an extra pen to write with. Can somebody help me out? Can somebody help me out? Do you have an extra pen? Asking for information. Okay, you're asking, not giving. Okay, when are you leaving? I heard you're traveling to Peru in South America. I'm so excited for you. When are you leaving? Oh, that's a question. When are you leaving? Now, if you give information, I'm leaving on the 2nd of April. You are giving information, declarative. When you ask for information, interrogative, okay? Ending with a question mark. Whose bike is this? I left my green bike outside, but somebody's left their pink bike outside. And my blue bike is nowhere to be seen. Whose bike is this? Oh, you have a meltdown because you get so upset. Your bike's missing, somebody else's bike is there. You're asking for information. Whose bike is this? I want to catch that person. They took my bike instead of theirs, and they left their crummy bike with me. Okay? Question mark. Asking for information. Interrogative sentence. Okay, so now interrogative. Now, there are a lot of words which usually come before a noun or before a verb, which basically when you're asking a question, the words are what, why, where, who, whom, whose, which, when, how. Most of the words you've noticed start with the W, except for how, but all these are interrogative words, okay? And they're always trying to get information. Sometimes, like I said, these interrogative words, the next word after them is a verb, sometimes it's a noun, okay? So we use interrogative words all the time when we want to get information. For example, you want to know what is happening, what time did he come here, for example, or what is he doing? Why are you here? Where are you going? Who are you? Or to whom does this bottle belong? To whom does this belong? Whose bottle is this? Which way did he go? Which way did he go? When are you coming here? I've been waiting for you for 2 hours already. That is so rude. How are you? I hope you're fine. So these occur at the beginning of what we call a question or a direct question. When you're asking somebody a question, these type of sentences called interrogative sentences usually end with a question mark. Now, let's go to another type. We learned about declarative, which end with the full stop, interrogative, which end with a question mark. They ask for information. Declarative sentences give information. They're usually like proverbs, statements of facts, and information that you give anybody is a declarative sentence. Now let's come to another type of question. Okay. So some sentences are used to issue a command where you're kind of, getting all hoity-toity and you're telling somebody what to do. Do this, do that. Don't come here. Close the door. Stop talking. Sounds a bit rude, right? But usually people who are like way older than us in a position of authority, they kind of have a habit of doing this. And in the army, it's really common. There's no officer who's going to say, please shoot the gun. Please aim there. Please do nothing like that. You're going to be given an order, okay? Sometimes when the teacher gets mad at you in class because, you're kind of making noise and disturbing everybody, stop talking. These are all commands, okay? Or to make a request, or you give instruction, basically command, or you give instruction or advice, like next time write neatly. It's not a command, you're giving advice. Write neatly next time, okay? And then another thing is, don't run on the slippery ice, you may fall down. This is all advice, very wise advice. So when you're issuing a command, or when you're giving advice to somebody, or even when you're requesting somebody for something, please pass me the sugar, okay? Or may I borrow your pen, okay? I mean, no, sorry. Please, when you're being really polite, I would really like you to pass me the sugar, or I would really be very happy if you lent me your notebook, or please pass me the salt. Please give me more information about the street. I want to go to a shop. I don't know where it is. Can you please give me directions? Okay. When you ask the question, when you ask please, when you say please in a sentence, okay, and when you're making a request, okay, please talk to me. I feel so sad. Please come with me for the movie. I'm just dying to see it. When you are issuing a command, when you're giving advice, when you're asking somebody, I mean, you are requesting somebody, not asking, because that would make it a question. When you're requesting somebody for something in a very polite manner, okay, it's called a request. Okay. And also when older people, usually when especially in India, blessing somebody is quite popular, and many people in our culture, especially elders, they bless the children. May you have a long life, especially a married couple, fresh, newly married couple. They're often blessed by the elders. We wish you a very happy married life. May you be blessed. May you always be happy. Okay. Usually it starts with may. Okay. And these type of sentences always end with a full stop. And these sentences, which are a command, which is basically an order or a request, which is very polite, or giving advice, or giving blessings to younger people. These are called imperative sentences, and they end with a full stop. Okay, so here are some examples of imperative sentences. Let's just start off with requests first, because they sound so much nicer than a command. Please pass me a glass of water. Kindly give me a call when you reach. Please forgive me for yelling at you. I'm so sorry. I never meant to yell at you. Please forgive me. Please thank her for her help. She really helped me with my homework, or she really helped me practice for my event tomorrow. Please, please thank her for her help. Or please, I'm so happy that you helped me. Okay, thank you. Okay, kindly pay attention during class when the teachers just started to get mad at you, but not really mad. So she makes a request at you, to you. Please kindly pay attention in class, instead of pay attention in class. I'm really getting mad now. Okay. So these are requests. They're still imperative sentences. They all end with full stops. So here are some examples of imperative sentences, okay, which is basically advice and no subject in it. Okay, so here these are the type of questions I can ask you. They look a little sneaky, but when you see it, you'll immediately know what I mean. Okay, don't rush or you will fall down. It's advice. It's not an order. Read a lot to improve your vocabulary. I haven't used please here. I've just told you to do something. It's advice. Okay, wash your hands often. Otherwise, you never know, all those nasty germs on your hands and they make you sick. Don't forget me when you join your new school. You're my best friend. Don't forget me. Okay? The subject in these sentences, you don't see a subject. You just see the verb immediately. Don't is a verb. Read is a verb in the second sentence. Wash is a verb in the third. And don't forget me is a verb in the last, fourth sentence. Okay? So there's no subject. In these cases, the subject is you, because the person who's doing the talking is talking to you. So you is always the subject in these sentences. Okay? We start with the verb and there is no subject in it. So supposing I say, what is the subject in the following sentence? Wash your hands often. So in this case, you have to write the subject is you. What is the verb? Wash. Okay? These sort of sentences end with a full stop. So these are examples of imperative sentences which which basically also end with a full stop. They're imperative, but they're blessings. May God bless you. May good luck always follow you. May your journey be safe. You're going somewhere and your grandmom is like, I hope your journey is really safe. May your journey be safe. May you have a long and happy life. May this special day bring lots of happiness. Okay, so now we come to commands. All these are imperative sentences. Commands, requests, advice, blessings, ending with a full stop. Don't ever touch my book. Shut the door when you leave. Go outside and don't move. Don't talk in class. Walk in a straight line. I mean, why are you walking all over the place? You're in assembly. You're going back to your classroom. Walk in a straight line. Pay attention when I talk to you. Okay? All these are commands. They don't sound very polite, but when you are commanding somebody or you are asking in a really authoritative manner, you talk like this. Okay? These are also imperative sentences. They end with a full stop. Okay? So now we finished declarative sentence. What's the next one you did? You did an interrogative sentence ending with a question mark. Declarative sentences end with a full stop. Then you had imperative sentences, which always end with a full stop, but okay, they can be of four different types. You can be, they can issue a command, a request, give advice, or blessings. Okay, so now we come to exclamatory sentences. This is the fourth and final type of sentence. So some sentences are used to convey very strong emotions. Okay, emotions are what you feel inside you, right? When they say a person is very emotional, it means they feel so many different emotions and they express it very easily. Sometimes you can be sad and nobody knows you're sad. Sometimes you are so what do you call, angry, but you control your emotions or your feelings, so nobody knows you're angry. Okay, sometimes you're so happy but you're so relaxed, you don't show anybody how happy you are. Okay, but strong, these are very strong emotions: love, hate, jealousy, anger, fear. Okay, and happiness, sadness, horror, amazement. These usually are expressed by people. Okay, and you can express it by the way you talk. So when you express an emotion, a strong emotion, okay, these words, uh, these sentences are called exclamatory sentences. Okay, and they usually end with an exclamation mark, which is basically a line with a dot on it. Okay, all right. So these are called exclamatory sentences. Now, as usual, you know I had loads and loads of examples. So now, exclamatory sentences usually start with how and what, okay, but not necessarily. Now you must be thinking, now these are basically interrogative words, but you will notice that in the sentence you're not really asking a question. You're just showing your emotion at something that you're seeing. Okay, you're not asking a question at all. Okay, so you cannot, in these sentences, the the interrogative word what, how, etc., they are used to express an emotion but not to ask questions. These sentences end with exclamation marks. Okay, or you can, to really to convey your emotion even better, you can add an interjection in front of that sentence or that exclamatory sentence, like, oh wow, gosh, bah, that is absolutely rubbish. Okay, hurrah, bravo, bravo, wonderful, fantastic, fabulous. Okay, wow. Usually you say this, these are short words, interjections to express strong emotions. They usually followed by an exclamation mark as well. And when you follow it with a sentence, which kind of explains why you said wow or bravo or hooray or hurrah in the first place. So these sentences end with exclamation marks. Okay, so I'm going to give you a lot of examples. So, what a beautiful garden. Now, look at the sentence. What a beautiful garden. Here, you're using an interrogative word in the beginning of the sentence. What? But are you asking a question? You're not asking whether the garden is beautiful, but you're like, what a beautiful garden. I have never seen such a beautiful garden. What a beautiful garden. Exclamation mark. Okay, not a question. How tall this building is. How tall this is. It's huge. It's tall. How tall it is. You're not asking, how tall is this building? You are asking the question, not asking the question, you are making, you're expressing an emotion by looking at the building. You're so amazed by it. Okay, how tall the building is, but you're not asking how tall it is to somebody else. So, how tall the building is, you have to put an exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. Oh wow, that's an interjection, okay? Oh wow, what a big hall. You're not asking whether the hall is big. You're just exclaiming, or your emotion, conveying that you're so amazed at what the size of the hall. Oh wow, What a big hall. Aww, aww. Interjection. That's usually you say that before you see something really cute. What a cute kitten. You're not asking about whether the kitten is cute. You're expressing an emotion which conveys to everybody how cute you think that kitten is. Aww, what a cute kitten. Okay? Exclamation mark. So some more examples. What an amazing place! Exclamation mark. How clever he is! Okay, exclamation. You're not asking, is he clever? No. Or how clever is he? No. How clever he is. Okay, you're exclaiming about how clever, you're amazed by his extreme intelligence and cleverness. Okay, what an unusual name! Exclamation. My God! Interjection. What a disaster! Exclamation. Congratulations. We hope you'll be very happy together. Congratulations. Okay, that is the exclamatory part of the sentence. It is an interjection. Okay, so these are exclamatory sentences. Some things to show regret. Okay, you went hiking in the mountains, but you didn't take anybody with you. Rule number one, you kind of shattered. You didn't take a map, you didn't take a compass, you barely have any food and water, and now you're sitting on a rock and you're lost, and you say, alas, I'm lost in the wilderness. Alas is the interjection followed by an exclamation mark. But I'm lost in the wilderness is giving information. It is a full stop. Bah, what a waste of time. You've gone to see some program, everybody said, wow, first of all, a movie, oh, it's a fantastic movie, must go and see it. So you're so excited, you buy the tickets and go with your friend, and you bought loads of popcorn, and you're sitting in the movie theater, and you're waiting for the movie to start. It starts, and after 15 minutes, like, you're so disappointed. It's a terrible movie. What a terrible movie! Exclamation mark. Bah! Exclamation mark. Okay, you're totally disgusted. You don't want to watch that movie. You just want to walk out of there. Walk out of there. Okay? What a horrible smell. Starts with an interrogative word, but you're not asking a question. You're just disgusted. Your strong emotion is of disgust in this sentence. Okay? What a horrible smell. How beautiful this season is. My favorite season is spring. Okay, in Chennai, we can kind of find our winters are like spring. Usually, spring is like 15 to 20, 21 degrees. It's absolutely great. Okay, the birds are singing, the grass is green, and the rose is red. Okay, and it's a lovely season. So, you're expressing your emotion about how much you love this season, how beautiful this season is. Not asking a question, starting with an interrogative word, but you're expressing an emotion to show how much you love this season. Hooray! That was a wonderful game. India beat Sri Lanka. India beat Pakistan. India beat England. We are so excited. Okay? What a wonderful game. You can say that. Oh, hooray! What a wonderful game. How wonderful that game was. Okay? These are all exclamatory sentences, and it is used to express strong emotions, and it is very easy to spot. And if the teacher asks you, like, put the correct punctuation mark at the end of the sentences, first read the sentence, identify the sentence. Based on what answer you get, the answer you'll get only if you think before you answer your question. And then you can put either a full stop, like in the case of declarative and imperative sentences. You can put a question mark, as it is in the case of interrogative sentences. And you can put an exclamation mark, as it is in the case of exclamatory sentences. So again, a repetition. The four different types of sentences are declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, which is an order, a request, advice, or blessings, and an exclamatory sentence, which basically conveys strong emotions. Declarative sentences give information, state a fact, okay, or are proverbs. Interrogative sentences ask for information by asking questions, ending with a full question mark. Okay, so I hope you have understood, and that's all for now, kids. And I had such fun going over this lesson with you. All right, so back to the meat. Whew, it's 3 o'clock right now. 3 o'clock right now, and I just realized that I haven't had lunch. That's why, while I was taking class, there was kind of some growling going around in my stomach, and I could feel it. But I was so caught up teaching you that I didn't think about it, and I am going to go straight and have my lunch now. Okay, and so it is the beginning of the weekend. Okay, have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to study, don't forget to watch the videos. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.